What's up, guys? It's been a while, I know, but I just had, school started back up and it got in the way, so I have been meaning to bring up a video about my Mauser that I made. This is a C96 model, at least. These were manufactured in Germany from the late 1800s to about 1936, I believe. And this particular model, you could actually convert these into a carbine, which is like you can actually use the holster as a stock. I was going to implement that on this one, but I just decided that it wouldn't be a good idea and it would take up too much time. Now, I made this because I made this around the time that I got really into the game Battlefield. This was just a little fun project to keep me occupied earlier on in the school year because I hadn't really been doing much. So I got back into it, and this was my first gun of the new, I guess you can call it era. I mean, really, it's just the school year. This one was a little difficult to make because the body was really weird. I kept cutting myself to get all these different little like twists and turns. The one thing was that this this bottom piece of the the built-in magazine was actually it was not level. It was supposed to be flat, but as you can see, it's kind of going up a little bit because it was supposed to match up right here. I was thinking I'm probably going to make another one because I love this gun so much. But this one I'm going to paint. That's why I wasn't worried about exposing all this Cinnamon Toast Crunch box labels. So this model actually has a working hammer and a working safety. Now, the thing about this is that I was actually going to implement a working slide, but that proved to be too difficult because this is actually, I got this made, this was my second attempt at making one. I originally made one out of foam core, but that didn't work. It was way too skinny, and it was just, all the pieces were way too bulky. So I ended up just going straight to the cardboard, and I'm actually kind of happy how this one turned out. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can get a better picture. There we go. So this was not hard to make. Basically, what I did, and I'll take you through the steps. Actually, it has a working rifle sight on it. Basically, how I made this was I took two pieces of cardboard. First, I printed out a picture of what I wanted it to look like, and then I cut out two pieces of one-ply corrugated, and then I made a side for each side. And so after that, I started cutting out the thin pieces. I had to make two thin pieces for each side, one for the back side and the other one for details like this and all this. And then after that, I had to cut out this area where I can make it round, and I had to use a lot of tape for that. And I think the hardest part about this gun was definitely the handle. The handle was probably the hardest part because there's a reason they call it the broomstick gun for a reason. It's because the handle is round at the bottom. So what I ended up having to do is I took a toilet paper roll and I made it kind of into a cone shape. And then I took little strips of cardboard and I made a dome for the bottom, and I freaking covered the thing in hot glue. So, and then I actually made this little hot glue ring, just like on a sheet of wax paper, and I just glued that on there. So you could, I mean, you can't really use it, obviously, but it just, aesthetic. And so then the barrel's not as straight, but hey, I'm still pretty proud of it. The rifle sight, I actually didn't understand rifle sights at the time of making this, so I thought you were supposed to push it all the way up and then kind of like put the guide down, kind of measure how far you wanted to shoot. That didn't really make any sense to me, so I looked it up, and I found a video that kind of explained how these work. You actually slide it, and there's a ramp that it slides on, and that's how you measure, and that made a lot more sense to me. So this actually, making these kind of guns taught me a lot about them. I'm really happy I made this. Once again, like our Luger video, and I'm going to try and see if Lintel wants to do it with the golden gun he made a couple months ago. If we get 10 likes and 10 comments, we will make a tutorial on this gun. This gun was not easy to make, but it's not hard. and there are details in it that I've applied that I think are good to have that you don't have to, so it looks hard. At least to me, looking back on it, it was hard. That's only because I tried to put in the extra detail. Like, I mean, I made a little hot glue screw in there I'm going to paint, like, silver. And then I'm going to have to custom paint the handle and all that with these acrylics that I bought. But, I mean, the sights, you know, it's cardboard. What can you expect? But I'm pretty proud of it. And I wouldn't mind making a tutorial. I just, you know, school. I'm in high school, so it gets pretty backed up. But, I mean, this is actually pretty sturdy. I mean, I'm sure that I could do another tutorial if I went back, got all my printouts. But, yeah, I mean, I would not mind making a tutorial if you guys want to see one. Please do share this video with your friends if you enjoyed it. If you want to see other cool cardboard guns, go over to a partnership channel that we have. It's a friend of ours, Cardboard Creations. I'll put a link to his channel in the description below. Please do not forget to subscribe. Please do like to show that you appreciate us. Comment if you want to say, hey, nice gun. And I hope that you will see us in our next video.